Now this morning we're going to make spaghetti bolognese, and the first thing I do when I'm going to do some spaghetti bolognese is cut up some onion. Cut it up. I cut the ends off, slice through there, peel it off. Cut it in half, half again, and then I make onion slices out of that second half. And stop. Just going to saute the onions in the pot with a bit of oil. Come closer. Usually I like to get a bit of a sizzle going, but today, a little bit of sizzle. You start to hear it sizzling up. So we've got a bit of a sizzle going here now, as you can hear it. Let's give it a little, break up the little bits, get it ready, and then we just leave it to saute and fry off. So yeah, we're going to cut up some garlic as well, because every good dish has a bit of garlic in it. And same again, we're just going to get rid of that skin. Doing my head in, that's alright. Eventually it'll come off. And when it does, give a good slice up. Garlic will go in with the pot, but later on. Okay, so we've cut up the garlic. As you can see, the onions are browning, so they're mostly done. Throw the garlic in there now because we don't want to cook it as much as we cook the onions. But we still do want to give them a bit of a fry off as well. The onions are done. I'm just going to get them out and put them in this bowl for a minute, because what I need to do next is brown the mince. A lot of mince here, so I'm going to do it in batches. And there's one batch going in there now. Spread it out over the bottom of the pan, just to make sure we sort of get an even cook going on. And away she goes. Okay, so here we've got the first batch browned mince. As you can see, there's a little bit of pink left in there, and I like to underdo it slightly because it's going to go back in the pot later and finish cooking in the sauce. Okay, so over here we've got a good boil going on, and we're just going to throw the pasta in. I'm going to use a full packet because I've got so much sauce I'm going to make. And in she goes. Okay, so that's the second batch of mince done, and what I'm going to do now is just throw the other lot back in and stir it in with the onions and the garlic. You can see that's the beginning of the sauce. I would just leave that on for a minute or so just to sort of get happy before I start with the next step. The sauce in, we've got this nice and ready to go, and in goes the sauce. Organic garlic and basil. Ooh, look at that, awesome. Give that a good stir in with the mince, and you've got the makings of a, or at least the beginnings of the makings of a beautiful spaghetti bolognese. Also got a can of tomato puree. Look, I like to use canned tomatoes, or they're diced canned tomatoes, but tomato puree will do, it's fine. The other thing I like to add is some extra mixed herbs, because I find those, those sauce packs to be a bit lean on the flavour. So in goes a good whack of mixed herbs. What what I do is I come along and just separate those strands of spaghetti. Because you don't want them stuck together. A lot of people put oil in their spaghetti, but if you do that, you don't get as much sauce sticking to the strands, so I don't do that. This pasta's been on for a little while. Just want to check how red it is. It's starting to really get good there. I'm just going to try it. It's not ready yet. Also, we just like to add a bit of salt and pepper. Fairly big pot, so whack a little bit in there. And pepper. In it goes. There we go. Taste test and see what we've got going on. That's pretty good. I like it. We've got a bit of extra tasty cheese here. I'm just going to grate a bit for the topping of the spaghetti bolognese. I like to use Parmesan cheese. I don't have any on me at the moment, but this will do to just bring that cheesy flavour into the dish. Alright, we've got another strand to test a little bit later, and I'll give it a go. Pasta now. Shake it out. Sorry about that, it's just going back in. Shake out the water and back in the pot. To the fridge and found some Gran Padano, which is very similar to Parmesan. Oh, this is going to make an awesome meal. Okay, so we're ready to serve. A good dollop of spaghetti. Got our spoon here. Getting a good mix on the sauce. Want to get lots of sauce and mince onto the top of the spaghetti. Oh, look at that. That looks amazing. Okay, we've got our cheeses. First we put on the tasty cheese. And then dip on a little bit. Oh, Gran Padano. And here we have the finished product. Awesome.